I'm diving deep into the controversy between Sri Sri and Sadguru so you don't have to. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly who's right. And if you stay a little longer, I'll share with you what Sadhguru said just a few days ago, which could be seen as a direct instruction to his people on how to deal with Sri Sri and this situation. There's been a quiet buzz in the spiritual world lately. A few words spoken here, a few jabs taken there. And suddenly, two towering names, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar and Sadhguru. They seem to be on opposite ends. Well, at least according to some of their very passionate followers. You see, in a video circulated recently, and this has been going on for quite some time actually. In a video circulated recently, we saw Sri Sri insinuate some unkind things about Adi Yogi, about Vijima's Mahasamadhi, and even about the iconic snake ring. Naturally, this stirred things up. Sri Sri's followers took his words as an open invitation to attack Sadhguru, and they have been at it for a while now. And out of love for their guru, some Sadhguru followers have started making videos responding to Sri Sri. And of course, some third-party idiots have joined this fight as well, taking advantage of the situation to throw their own insults, masking as followers as both of these camps to drag Sanatan Dharma down the drain. But what if all of them are missing the point? In this video, I am not going to judge the words of Sri Sri. I would not judge his actions, because if we want to judge just purely by actions, we have to judge a man both sides worship and look up to. Krishna. Krishna is the cause for many broken hearts in many homes when he was alive, and in the shadow of his actions, hundreds and thousands of bodies lay dead on the Kurukshetra battlegrounds. But we worship him. We don't judge his actions. We look at the volition behind his actions. We look at the intention behind his words. This damn situation reminds me of a story I once read about two great sweet makers, masters of their own craft. They have their shops set up on the same street across from each other. One day they got into a disagreement. But instead of throwing punches, they started throwing their sweets at each other from across the street. Now, people all around, they naturally rushed in to enjoy the feast of jalebi, Mysore parks and laddus raining down on the street. Some were confused, some amused, delighted, some judged, some took that as an opportunity to slander both of them. But those who understood, they just smiled. Until you've walked even a few steps in the shoes of an enlightened being, it is impossible to fully understand their ways, to fully understand some of their actions. You see, out of curiosity in my journey of seeking, I've read about many masters. I don't truly understand them, but I've read about them. J. Krishnamurti, Ramakrishna, Jesus, Bodhidharma, Lao Tzu, Gurdjieff, Guru Nanak, and the list goes on. I was a curious one. And I noticed something most of them had in common. Each of them had their own unique and beautiful way and almost always disagreed with the other masters. Their methods were not random. Their disagreements were not ego. Something far more subtle was at play. Because the pattern repeated too many times. You see, masters, they enjoy criticizing other masters. And if the master that is criticized is really enlightened, they also enjoy being criticized. Sometimes when a master speaks sharply against another, it is not an attack. It's a device. It's a way of shielding his disciples from distraction. Now, at this point, some Sadhguru fanatics are going to be like, oh, you're supporting Sri Sri, and you're... Some Sri Sri followers are going to be like, what do you mean by shielding us, protecting us? Calm down. Don't judge me so quickly. Let me tell you another story. Today is story time. There was this beautiful Sufi mystic called Rumi. If you've heard about Rumi, you just know how beautiful he is. He's a poet as well. One day, he took his disciples far into a barren field. They saw a farmer digging wells. He was looking for water. But instead of digging one deep well, the field was scarred by many half-dug holes. You see, every time he hit dry soil, he gave up and started over. Rumi simply pointed and said, if he had only kept digging in one place, water would have come a long time ago. And that's the journey of many spiritual seekers, especially in this modern era of transportation and technology. Digging spiritual holes everywhere, frustrated, dry, absolutely unaware that we just haven't gone deep enough. So, why do enlightened masters sometimes criticize each other? Not out of ego, not out of jealousy, but as a strategy, a tool. They know their disciples' minds are a little slippery. You see, devotion is tricky and sometimes too boring, especially for the restless mind. This day and age, you have to understand, people want spice, novelty, something different every day to keep their minds busy so they think they are going somewhere spiritually. So the mind, it keeps switching teachers, techniques, ashrams, gurus, YouTube videos. And this is the best way to lose the path. Not because your path fails, but because we never stay on it long enough. Every path has its own rhythm, its own terrain. And if you keep hopping between mountains and deserts and forests, Kanna, that's called sightseeing, not seeking. You'll see breathtaking landscapes, but you will never find water. So certain masters, they speak in absolutes. This is the only way. That path is dangerous. Shambhavi will make you crazy. Bullshit. It doesn't work. All this might sound extreme, but it's compassion in action. Not because the other paths don't work, but because your path won't work unless you walk it fully. And this is exactly why Sri Sri said all of those things. Not out of jealousy, sure as hell, not out of fear for losing his people to Sadguru. He does not care if you walk away from him. But out of concern, his compassion for his followers made him say those things. You see, Sri Sri knows who Sadguru truly is. He knows that those who come near Sadguru's consecrated spaces may feel something profound, something undeniable. If you are really seeking for liberation and you know a master just across the street has helped someone attain Maha Samadhi and is capable of so many amazing feats with all of his consecrations, it would be tempting to check him out. He knows his people who have made some sort of progress might abandon their path and start their whole journey all over again, digging a new hole at Isha. And he wants to protect them from that restart. He has to discredit that path. That master has to be discredited so you don't have to start all over again. Although, I have to say, if you did hit the restart and explore some of Sadhguru's tools, you will start back at ABC for sure. But you sit on the Moksha Express, first class ticket, machi, meals and neem ball included. Because you would have arrived at the doorstep of a guru, the guru, Sadguru. And there is a difference between master and guru. A master uplifts you. A guru transforms you. A master may glow like the sun, but a guru walks straight into your darkness and drags you out. A master shares his joy. A guru demands the death of your ego. A master may be a living example of truth. A guru delivers it to you. Sadguru is not just a master. He is a guru. He is not here to inspire you. He is not here to comfort you. He is here to burn everything false within you and around you. Because he's here to liberate you. One master speaks to guard his flock. The other remains silent. And his silence is not passive. It's an act of supreme grace. While Sri Sri speaks out of compassion for his people, Sadguru remains silent out of compassion and love for Sri Sri himself. That is grace. On this path, there are many kinds of beings. A saint is sweet, kind, peaceful. They bring warmth wherever they go. A sage carries wisdom, clarity, guidance. A yogi has gone beyond the mind and body. They've tasted the infinite. But a mystic does not need to believe, interpret, or even explain. A mystic knows, not from scriptures like your acharyas, not from insights, but from direct experience. All mystics are yogis. But not all yogis are mystics. And Sadguru is a profound mystic. And mystics don't raise their voices unnecessarily. Their life speaks. Their mere presence transforms. So Chalakutis, the next time I go to Bengaluru, I will visit Art of Living. I want to see the beauty created by Sri Sri and his people. I'll definitely drop by. And then I'll travel to Sadguru Sannidhi to see my magnificent Adi Yogi. I'll go there to see my beautiful Naga. And quick fun fact, this is the first properly consecrated Naga over the past 800 years in this world. You have to go there to experience it. I'll greet my handsome Nandi. I'll meditate in the still presence of the Yogeshwara Linga. And if I am lucky, maybe the grand temple of Linga Bhairavi will be completed as well, and I can sit in front of my table too. And if you really wanted to pull a comparison between the two, that is the difference. You see, Sri Sri is a beautiful and loving master. Sadguru is a powerful one. His consecrations, like his love and compassion, are simply incomparable. Sri Sri may have been chosen to inherit the mythical Somnath Linga, but Sadguru was chosen to consecrate the mystical Dhyana Linga, a remarkable feat many great beings failed at for the past 5,000 years. Now, don't believe me. All of this is crap on YouTube. Go and experience it. Sadguru's consecrations are all over the world. And if your country has got no big Sadguru centers or an ashram, just find a meditator. Find an Isha meditator who has brought the Sadguru Sannidhi or the Linga Bhairavi Yantra to their homes. Experience them for yourselves. I have experienced it for myself, and I love Sri Sri Ravi Shankar for leading his people within, and also for throwing all of this jalebi, Mysore pak and laddus for me to pick up off of the street. But I bow down to Sadguru, because when I do, I bow down to Shiva himself. Jai Sadguru, Jai Bhairavi, Jai Gurudev. Namaskaram. And as promised, this is the message Sadguru left for his people on the 3rd of August 2025. Potentially a directive on how to deal with Sri Sri and his people, as well as the hate online. His message is titled, Tread Gently. Tread gently, O Ishas. I've let you seep into the minute crevices of my body, where life entrenched itself, encompassing you all into this pulsating mass of flesh. I've become eternally pregnant. This rupture, this pain, this fullness, I am unable to bear. But love and longing will never let you part. This flesh, blood, breath, and being are soaked with you. Your every thought, word, and deed penetrates the life-preserving crevices of the body. Tread in love, compassion, and awareness. For all that you tread is only me. Love and grace, Sadguru.